Episode 9 is set to bring a return of the iconic character in the Star Wars franchise, that of course being Luke Skywalker by writer and director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one of the big interests for this film is, of course, exactly how is J.J. Abrams going to treat the character of Luke in this big movie that will bring the final return of the character of Luke Skywalker, at least portrayed by Mark Hamill. Of course, they could always, continue the Skywalker legacy in the form of a TV series or a spin-off film if they really wanted to, being portrayed by a different actor. But this is a very bittersweet moment for the Star Wars franchise because this is going to be the last time that Mark Hamill will be portraying the character in history here. So this is it. So these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, when it comes to J.J. Abrams and his plan for the character of Luke in this film that will serve as the ending of not just the Skywalker saga, but also the sequel trilogy itself, is to expand the legacy of the character of Luke Skywalker and to show us the impact of the legend of Luke Skywalker and what he did in The Last Jedi, and how it's inspiring and affecting those throughout the entire galaxy 1 year later in Star Wars Episode 9. So that's only part of J.J. Abrams' plan for the character of Luke in this film, and honestly, I think that's a good move to kind of show us the lives of people in different star systems and how they look up to the legend of Luke Skywalker and the brave act that he really did on the planet Crate, even though I believe that he should have actually engaged in a real lightsaber duel and should have left the planet of Ahch-To. That would have been a more epic moment for me personally, but the fact that J.J. Abrams is going to be expanding the legacy of Luke Skywalker and actually spreading it throughout the entire galaxy in order for fans, to actually see the members throughout the entire galaxy looking up to this iconic figure, this Jedi that is on quote of a legend here. A lot of people are going to wonder exactly what else will J.J. Abrams be able to incorporate into this film involving the character of Luke. So not only is he going to be expanding the legacy of the character, but he's also going to show us how the lives across the entire Star Wars universe have been impacted by the legend of Luke Skywalker and what he did on the planet Crate. Now, that's just the idea of Luke in Episode 9. It's been said before that it's going to be somewhat similar to that of The Force Awakens, where in The Force Awakens you're hearing about Luke Skywalker so many times in the background, right? Like the map to Luke Skywalker, Luke was out seeking for the first Jedi Temple, etc., right? So now in Episode 9, it's all about showing us the lives of different star systems and how they see the legend of Luke Skywalker, and his legacy will be expanded in this film, which also means that we're going to be learning more about Luke's past, most likely in the form of flashbacks, which also connects to some of the descriptions that we have been going over these past couple of months or so. Now, as for Mark Hamill, we do know that he has already begun work once again on the final installment of the sequel trilogy. Now, he shot a couple of scenes, I would say about 2, maybe 3 months ago, very brief scenes. That's when he actually shaved his beard for Episode 9, which leaves a lot of people to believe, including myself, that that was actually for one of the major flashback sequences and or Force Ghost sequences in which Luke is going to appear totally different in this film. And that's honestly a great way to kind of just change things up a bit and kind of give us a new and fresh look for the character of Luke, an older version of him without the Jedi beard and whatnot. So moving on from this, what I'm really interested in is exactly how is Luke, really going to interact with the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren. We do know that Mark, Adam Driver, and Daisy Ridley are going to have a lot of scenes together on the set over at Pinewood and Cardington from this month leading all the way into February. So, this month of January going all the way into February is all focused on a lot of Luke Skywalker scenes, as well as Kylo Ren and Rey moments with that character. So we are pretty much now in the final moments of principal photography. We only have some weeks left, right? If you look at it this way, there's 4 weeks to each month basically, and February is a shorter month to begin with. So with that being said, we don't have much longer until J.J. Abrams and crew will wrap up filming for this movie. Of course, there's probably going to be reshoots unless, this movie is really flawless when it comes to principal photography where they don't need reshoots. But once they move on from principal photography, they're going to move on to post-production, where they add in all the special effects, the music, etc. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.